there is music that is sacred to us, and that's what's caused this attitude in the studio. You know, an album like Sgt. Pepper, well, everyone thinks they have a Sgt. Pepper in them somewhere, you know. But if there is a Sgt. Pepper of the 70s, you'd have to say that Dark Side of the Moon was it.
We were thinking in the 70s, as we do today, of making great records, which means an album to me. I mean, singles seem like part of a different business. We all believed in or were aiming for the same thing, which is perfection, you know, of every piece of music being magical and uplifting and wonderful, and the lyrics doing whatever particular job they were doing to that same extent. And so, you know, we were working towards a common goal.
Run back and drop in a bit? Yeah, you can if you like. Just turn it down a bit.
Dark Side of the Moon was done at Abbey Road Studios. At some point during the proceedings, I don't remember exactly when it was, Roger came up with the idea of making it a piece about madness and all the other things that it's about. I think that I sort of tend to bring musicality and melodies and all that sort of stuff. Roger was certainly a very good motivator and obviously a great lyricist. Roger was much more ruthless about musical ideas, where he'd be very happy to lose something if it was for the greater good of making the sense of the whole album work. So, you know, Roger would be happy to sort of make a lovely sounding piece of music disappear into sort of radio sound or something, and sound really awful if it was benefiting the whole piece.
Can I put this down?
He wanted to use, you know, the ideas from the songs to get responses from people, and we wrote out a series of questions and got people into the studio, and we interviewed roadies and Jerry, the Irish doorman at Abbey Road. A question like, when did you last hit someone? And then the next question would be, were you in the right? And would you do it again if the same thing happened? And question like, what does the Dark Side of the Moon mean to you? Of course, understanding that the Dark Side of the Moon was not yet the title of the album, or not as far as anyone was concerned. So they were actually asking people, what does the other side of the moon mean to you? And which is why Jerry, the Irish doorman, said there is no dark side of the moon really, it's all dark. Stuff like that, which when you put it into a context on the record, suddenly develops its own much more sort of powerful meaning.